Hi, everybody. Today we're speaking with Kim McGill, the VP of Marketing of Lennox International, and also Steve Smith, the CEO of Firehouse Agency. We're going to learn more about the Lennox brand and also how Firehouse created pivotal messaging during the pandemic. Welcome, Kim. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you.
Hey, Kim, my first question for you is, how long has Lennox partnered with Firehouse?
So we've partnered with Firehouse a little over 3 years, I believe. Isn't that right, Steve?
Was a year prior to you, I believe. So yes.
What has been your vision for the brand?
A lot of people don't understand what HVAC or their air conditioning and heating system in their home can do as far as changing and transforming their air in their home. I'll give you my personal experience. I lived in South Carolina prior to moving to Texas. And it's not only hot, it's very humid and muggy because it's got that coastal aspect, and then the humidity just hangs over this hot state. And we ended up replacing our equipment in that home with, the higher end, more technologically sophisticated, communicating variable speed equipment. And not to sound cliche, but it was life-changing. It was just amazing. And so coming over here to Lennox, we really started looking at, do people understand what HVAC can do and how it can not only change air quality, but just change the feel of the air in the home? Because a lot of times we blame it on something else.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I lived in Florida, and that sticky, muggy, cold air conditioning, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
That's
Right.
interesting. So Steve, tell us about some of the campaigns that you've created for Lennox.
We worked together with Kim to create, I think, a really powerful campaign that really opens people's eyes to the idea of perfect air. COVID comes along, right, and changes a whole lot of things. I think people's attitudes and awareness of air and air quality are different than they were just even a few months ago.
Was COVID sort of serendipitously good for perfect air?
There's more conversations about air than ever before. And now that people are spending more and more time, they're noticing things about their home that they're finding, distasteful in a way.
Well, so let's talk about some of the messaging that you created during the pandemic.
The messaging we had created when we first launched Air is Life, Make It Perfect, we took a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek approach. Well, here's a pandemic. It wasn't appropriate. It was a very different mood swing, a very different time. And so we stepped back and said, okay, what are people most concerned about right now? Health and safety. And so the campaign that we launched then was acknowledging that, all right, this is a big change in your life, but it's temporary. We had to adjust the campaign as well and really acknowledge how people were feeling at that time and give them that glimmer of hope that this isn't forever, but enjoy it while we've got this happening in our lives.
Yeah, you remember, Patty, when COVID struck. I felt like every marketer on the planet rushed to get new messaging in market. And if you recall, it all sounded very similar, right? We all heard a whole lot about how some brand was stepping up in unprecedented times. And I think the message that we created for Lennox was just such a contrast to that, because as Kim said, it kind of recognized where consumers were, what they were going through. And it didn't feel the need to sort of position the brand as the hero in any way. It was just there to say, we see you, we understand.
Kim, how do your marketing initiatives impact the day-to-day business of your Lennox dealers?
Homeowners now are at home, their HVAC system went out, it's getting hot, they've got to call somebody. Who do you call, and how do you know they're going to be safe, and are they taking the right protocols to make sure that they're ensuring your safety? And so we had to redo an entirely new campaign and create a lot more material than we had ever thought of to help our dealers navigate and help consumers and homeowners feel good about it at the same time.
I bet that was fun, Steve.
Yes, I think if anything this year I taught all of us, right, how to pivot well. We've got a very good relationship, Lennox and Firehouse. I think it's very symbiotic, and we sort of pivoted together. But certainly the last year did cause rethinking broadly, both in terms of what you were doing with consumers and what you were doing with what the dealers needed from them.
What's next on the horizon? What can we look forward to seeing from Lennox and Firehouse?
The next big thing is we are launching the next evolution of our Ultimate Comfort System. So we've already had the Ultimate Comfort System in market since 2013. It's boasted as the quietest, most efficient, healthiest system on the planet. And so we've just upgraded that now with a 99% furnace and a 28-SEER air conditioner. It also works with our entire Pure Air S system. And we boast a COVID claim on that it eliminates or removes from the air 99% of the viruses that cause COVID.
You're going to continue to see sort of that perfect air story unfold. I think probably going to be led by a lot of content before we get back to significant media, but at some point you'll expect to see kind of a refreshed take on that really is reflective of, I think, where folks' mindsets are right now.
Well, thanks so much, you guys, for this interview. I really enjoyed it. We learned a lot about the Perfect Air campaign. We'll put a link to the video below, and good luck with everything in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.